Good afternoon, More Medic 1. But today I'm going to be Vacuum Medic 1. Those of you who have these little Roombas that spin around the room and do all kinds of crazy stuff, and believe it or not, these little suckers work pretty good. But I'm going to show you how to clean one properly. There's videos all over the internet on YouTube, people trying to clean these things, and they're missing the whole point of a good cleaning. We're going to go into the gearboxes and get all the hair, dog hair, and lint and everything out of the gears. If you got one that's going across the floor and it's clicking, 9 times out of 10, that's what it's going to have. It's just a good cleaning, and I'm going to show you how. First thing you want to do is remove the battery, or not the battery, the dust pan. Set it off to the side for now. We can go clean that later. But once you get that part of it done, flip it over so junk don't go everywhere. And pull your shredder thing out of the way. Shredder is what I call it. And your, oh my god. But anyway, pull your brushes out of it. We'll clean those here in a little while. It's even got a daggum safety hair beret in there. No wonder it wasn't working right. Alright, but we're going to split it open and get down in there. There's basically 4 screws that hold this bottom cover on. There's 2 here and 2 here. Just go ahead and take those out. Also take your brush out. Once you remove the black cover, I want you to just take and lift up the battery and just set it out of the way. And let's see what the next step is going to be. We're going to loosen up the gearbox module where there's 2 screws here and there's a couple back right in here. Let's take those loose. Once you get those screws out, this whole gearbox assembly should pull up and out of the way. I can't do it with one hand, so I'll have to put the camera down here in just a second and I'll get it out of here. Once you get your brush gearbox out that run the brushes this way, like I say, it just plugs in. Everything's modular on these. It's pretty neat. Don't lose your screws. These won't come out, but you can turn it over and they won't fall out. But as you can tell, everything, dust just accumulates everywhere you can't see. That pile of dust was right there on the contacts. You know, so that's a good thing to take these things apart once every 6 months or so and clean all the brushes and stuff like that. That's good, but it really needs a good cleaning every now and then. We're going to remove the blue outer base from the green. Once you remove the screws, you can slide the gear assembly out and away and inspect them. This one's not that dirty because I have done this pretty much in the past, but as you can tell, the gears are just totally compacted with grime and dust and stuff. So all the gears will slip off the shaft, and keep them in order because I don't know if they're different. Pull them off in the orientation. Look at that, all that around that gear. And this is the motor shaft gear, and that one goes right here. Okay, once you get all the gears off, you can actually take a toothbrush or something and clean them up real good like that. I'm just going to pull all the hair off of them and stuff. Once you get that done, you can take this piece here and clean all the lint out from under it where the actual motor part is. It's just going to be packed. I mean, just use your discretion, but see if I can push that through. That's just nasty. It's not toxic or anything, but you get the idea. right here is your electric motor that runs the brushes. Here's the sensor for the dirt. Once you turn that over, you want to wash this off real good with some mild soap detergent. But get this part cleaned up. Don't soak it in water because you'll ruin the motor. But just take you a wet, damp cloth and just wash this whole assembly off right here. Take your pocket screwdriver and just get in there in those gears and just pull all the stuff that's wrapped around the shafts out. And they're made out of plastic. If you get one that's not working right and it may be a gear stripped out, you can buy these gears. I think the kit's like 12 bucks. It's well worth fixing. But yeah, just take a screwdriver and just kind of wiggle it around in there to get all the stuff out of there. When you get the gears cleaned out, take you a little bit of machine grease. Doesn't have to be the real thick kind. This is waterproof grease, just a little bit, and put on the oil light bushings here and where they stick up through. Just kind of smear a film of grease all over this side plate. This side plate acts as a thrust bearing for those gears. Like I say, don't take a whole lot, just a little bit, and put it on there. And take just a little bit. I want you to put one dab right there, and I want you to rotate it through by hand, and all the gears will pick it up. Finish what I got on my finger. Just a little. Just enough to where it'll lubricate. You don't want to pack it in there. When you're taking your screws out, be sure you keep them in order because some of them are longer than others. These, I believe, are 6 short screws that go into the side plate right here. And you don't have to tighten them. You don't have to kill it to get them tight. Just snug them, and because those tight screws into the plastic will strip out, and then you got a real mess. Once you get your brush module complete, you can just set it off to the side. I'm going to work on this part of it some more. I'm not going to do both wheel motors. I'm just going to do the right side. The cleaning procedure is the same for the left side. To get your wheel motor out, there's just a couple of screws here and here. There might be another one down in there, but I can't see it because of the exterior brush module is in the way. You may have to take this part of it out. I'll see here in just a minute. I forgot if I do or not. It's been so long. Yes, you do have to take the exterior brush module out. The repair or the cleaning procedure is the same with this. It's just one screw. Take it off. No, you cannot take it off. That is a special tamper-proof screw. I guess you can't. I've never taken this in apart, but obviously you can't take it apart to clean it. All it is an electric motor that turns one gear to turn this gear to spin the brush. But we won't worry about that part for now. Once you get the wheel motor out, there's one screw here. Let me see if that... Nope, that is a good one. That is not tamper-proof. Take this screw out, and there's one more right here. And go ahead and take those out, and we'll get the side plate off of the wheel motor so we can clean the gears on that. Once you get the screws out of the wheel motor to take it apart, be very careful when you pull it apart because there's wires that could be damaged. But just don't pull on anything too hard, but just kind of just lay it open like that, and you should be all right. Inspect your gears, make sure they're all good, and if they got stuff around those, you can take those off just like I showed you in the brush module. But these are good, so we're going to put it back together, and we'll get this wheel motor module put back in, and we'll clean the roller here. I'll show you how to take it off, and then we're going to take the brushes and we're going to clean those, and we're going to blow out the bin. Once you get your wheel motor module cleaned and put back together, we can set it back down into the chassis. And you have to find the sweet spot just like that, and just install your screws. Once you get that part done, just make sure everything rolls good and you have free range of motion. Like I say, the other side would be the same cleaning procedure as this side. Reinstall your external brush module. Just tighten it down evenly. That should be it with that part. I'm going to go fire up the air compressor out in the garage, and I'm going to blow all this stuff out and get back with you in just a minute. Went ahead and put the Roomba on my bar for a few minutes. I'm going to show you how to clean the bin while the air compressor, is pumping up. Just empty it out and flip open the container of the bin. Just dump it out the best you can, and I'm going to blow this out with the air compressor as well. Take apart your brushes, take the end caps off here. When you take the end caps off, it automatically pulls all the trash off the outside of the axle, like this. Whoops. Oh, don't fall on the floor. Anywho, if you bought one of these Roombas secondhand and you don't have this brush cleaning tool, go online and get one. It's a godsend. But you just run this back and forth over the brushes, or over the brush, and it cleans every lick of everything off of there, dirt, hair, everything. It'll all come off in just one big ball. But other than that, same thing with this brush here, the beater bar. Just unravel all the hair and stuff off of it. So I'll get that all cleaned up and we'll start putting it back together. What you want to do is just take your air blower from your compressor and just very gently you don't want to full pressure blast this thing. You just want to dust it. Same way with your brush module, especially right in here with the motor. Don't do it too hard. You don't want to blow the wires or something out of it. Flip it over. Just dust it. That should be about it on the cleaning part of it. Now we'll go put it back together. I was going to show you a while ago, but I forgot. You can just take this brush roller and it just pops right up out of here. It's going to be impossible to do it with one hand. But anyway, this roller gets a bunch of crap built up on the axle shafts here. Just take a pocket screwdriver and see if I can do it, but I don't know if I can. No. Just take it, pop it out of there. It just pops straight up, and just clean it and put it back in. And basically, let's get the brush module, snuggle it back down in there, and then just tighten your 4 screws. Get your module in place. You can set your battery back down in here, just like that. Fold your pull. Oh, hello. Fold your pull tabs back over, and set your cover back in place. And then tighten the cover screws. Put your external brush on, back on there. Put your retaining screw back on. That's one of the first things I did to upgrade this thing, was went from the 3 brush to the 6 brush. So it cleans a little better, I think, with 6 fingers instead of 3. torque that screw down. Next, just install your brushes, your beater bar, and then the main brush assembly. Like that. Still kind of dirty right here. Just pick it out with your fingers. Once you get that set down in there, you can install the cage. Once you get the cage on, you can flip it over and then reinstall the bin. And take it for a spin. That is one properly cleaned Roomba. She'll run a lot better and smoother. Just make sure she does what she's supposed to be doing. If you get any error messages, you know you've done something funky. Looks like it's doing good. Alright, this is the Vacuum Medic 1. Y'all have a nice night.